How's it, everyone? 1/6ers, quarter scalers, Martian mates who I meet at the pub for a bevy. Welcome to another edition of Figure This, Figure That, the Don's Figure Chat. Right, today we're doing a real belter of a piece. This is the Iron Man Mark 85 from Endgame. How streamlined and beautiful is that? Really, really nice, eh? And he's so posable, very articulated. He's got the double bend knees, double bend elbows. The arms extend from the shoulders to get better poses. Also, the whole half of the torso lifts again to get better poses. The legs drop down again for better poses, and the feet drop down to get more versatility out the feet. I've got him on a turntable stand at the moment, just so I could show you all his accessories and that he comes with. And I'm hoping that the light is adequate to pick this up in 4K. So, right, let's have a look. Excuse me while I come in. Bit of movement there. Okay, so he comes with the pulsar blast. It fits onto his back. He comes with the Infinity Stone glove, which is dope. That lights up as well. He comes with two flexible finger hands. He comes with two, I call them the thing hands from Adam's family, at right angles. He comes with this head sculpt that is just out of this world, eh? Well, you see it on the figure. And instead of a collar this time, they've used like a tray thing, which actually, for me, is better. He comes with the stand, the Avengers Endgame. He comes with a bendy pole for flight poses with a waist grabber, obligatory instruction manual, all the batteries with a little screwdriver, some tweezers, and a pry pole. And of course, he comes with the shipper, Hot Toys Iron Man Mark 85. Here's his art box, which is also quite dope. Really nice, well printed, full of color, really, really nice. Excuse the shadow. He comes in the normal polystyrene clamshell, which is always a nice touch, I think. And yeah, he comes with those fists, and this is a new one for me. The fists have also got repulsors in them. That's a new one. The chest plate comes off to show all the workings underneath. He doesn't come with a Tony Stark helmet, you know, where you lift the faceplate up. He comes with just the Tony Stark head sculpt, which for me is more than enough, eh? Wait till you see it on. Really dope piece. And as I say, articulated like hell. You can get almost any pose with him. So what I'm going to try and do is get some landing pose with him, the concept art Mark 46, my Mark 3 1/6 scale, and my quarter scale Mark 3 Iron Man. I've got the 1/6 and a quarter. So we're going to try and put them all in a landing pose. So I'll pose him up quite a bit for you on this video, because yeah, he's worth doing. He's a fantastic piece. Doesn't come with any forearm missiles or shoulder missiles. He only comes with that pulsar blast, and of course all of these repulsors from the hands. But we've all been waiting for this figure for so long, eh? And he's finally arrived. Those little plates around the bottom of the middle torso part, they all lift up so you don't get paint scratches. when you twist the body. You can see little scratches here and there. That's battle damage, can we call it? Yeah, he comes with those. Everything about him is just super sweet, eh? Really, he's, you know, definitely a contender for Figure of the Year. I think they've taken all the expertise and knowledge of all the other Iron Men and put it into this one figure. Honestly, he's that good. He's really that good. Everything's streamlined on him. You'll see, I'll put him next to the concept art Mark 46, and I thought that was streamlined. And my Mark 45, until I seen this beast. He's got light up features in the hip section. He's got the repulsors coming out the hands. He's got shoulder lights. He's got the arc reactor light, and he's got the light up eyes. And wait till you see the light up eyes. To me, it looks like he hasn't got his teeth in, and he's sucking on his teeth. And now I can't get that image out of my head. But a beautiful, beautiful piece. The paint job, second to none, eh? It's almost like a custom car job. Yeah, very, very nice, eh? That shadow line is off the strip light that I'm using to light him up. I was using the light on my iPhone, but it seems to battle with focus when I'm using that. So I've reverted back to the old strip light method. So if you see a shadow line, that's what it's for. That's what it's off. Yeah, and the lights, to take off all the panels to get the lights on. Tell you what, if you had guests over for a dinner party, they'd be finished their dinner on desserts and brandies, and I'd still be taking panels off to light him up. So as they're leaving out the door, he'll be lit. There's some guys that can that they connect all their lights on their Iron Men to a remote, but I haven't got that expertise. I'd bugger something up. And as you can see here, this whole forearm piece comes off, and you fit that one with the Infinity Stones. Or you can just take the hand off that part and put it straight in place of the fist. So you've got tons of options with this figure, you know, for poses. The only thing that would hinder you is space, you know, to get him in flight poses and stuff like that. I'll put him up also next to the new cap from Endgame, because these two head sculpts, they reckon, are the pinnacle of head sculpts. And I got to agree, the paint apps and the likeness is just, yeah, out of this world, eh? They've really gone to town on the head sculpts. I wish they'd do the same with DC. Okay, I just had to get that dig in. And of course, I got this from The Good, the Bad and the Robots. Check them out. Owned by a really good dude who really, he's part of the groups. He bends over backwards for us to help us and get things on time and keep us in the loop. It's a really good shop to do business with. Really good. I'll say them again. The Good, the Bad and the Robots. It's an online shop. I don't want to say his name in case he's not au fait with that. Au fait. I think if maybe for such a signature piece, they would have put hydraulics and so you could lift up the back calf flaps and see all the inner workings, maybe with a light. That would have been nice, but now I'm just nitpicking because this definitely for me gets a 10 out of 10, eh? Everything about him is just dope. Dope, 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 dope. And of course, this is Ultimate Spider-Man. Ultimate Spider-Man. You get Ultimate Spider-Man, where he's got all the tech from Tony Stark, and you get the Amazing Spider-Man. And it's the same with these in the arcs. You get Ultimate Iron Man, where he's using nanotech for his suit. He actually uses some of the symbiote properties from Venom, from that thing that came down from outer space, to make his suit part of his body. That's in Ultimate Iron Man. Great arc to read if you're looking for one to read. By gum, he's a nice piece. Nice piece. Not a pizza. Nice piece. Oh, as I say, we've been waiting a long time for this lad. And everyone is just super stoked, because he's such a classy piece. Really top class, Let me go over the accessories one more time while I'm here. You get the Tony Stark head sculpt with the neck tray, which is also the collar, I suppose. You get the base with the bendy pole and the waist grabber, the instruction manual, a box of batteries, shipper. Everyone loves a shipper. You get him. You get this art box, which is really, really nice, Avengers Endgame Mark 85. There's the pulsar blast. Here is the Infinity Stone glove with a separate forearm. You get two right-angled thing hands from the Addams family. You get two flexible finger hands with straight access to the arm, if I've said that right, because those are bent at 90 degrees so that the hand, the palm, is always facing at 90 degrees to the forearm, where these are 180 degrees with the forearm. So that's a really nice touch. I know they do it in most Iron Men, this method of attaching the hands, but still, it's a nice touch. Okay, so without no further ado, let's have a last look at standing Iron Man before he starts shocking you with his gymnastic ability. So with that said, the Don says, I'll be back. How's it all? I just thought, while I was going to, before I pose him, I'll show you all the extension parts. But first, look at that head sculpt. Is that likeness spot on or what? Look at the hints of grey in his hair. Really, really nice, The likeness to Robert Downey Jr. is just spot on. It's almost like they've chopped his head off and given it to us. The eyes, they meet you in focus. Really nice. Okay, I've extended the arms. There you can see how much distance you get from the shoulder. I've taken the chest plate off so you can see the inner workings. The chest plate is down here, along with the helmeted head, the collar for that head. I've extended the feet down. I've lifted the torso up. There you can see the distance you gain. I've lifted all the hip flaps up. These you will lift up so as not to damage them when you do the legs. I've extended the legs. So, I mean, just looking at him there, you can see how much height and how much posability you can get from this figure. And I know it looks a bit weird now with all the extensions, but once he's in a pose, all the things like these, the shoulder pauldrons, these flaps here, they all cover the gaps. You know, you wouldn't leave it as it is now. But yeah, I just thought I would show you that. I'm going to also do a video with him with all these lights on, so you can see that. And that really looks nice, eh, with all the lights on. But yeah, for now, I just thought I'd show you all the extended parts, along with the head sculpt, which is just magnificent, by the way. There you can see the two shoulder lights. There's one there, that turquoise blue, and the other one's on the other side. There's the arc reactor. One of the Iron Men, you could still, excuse the shake there, you could pull the arc reactor out. I can't remember which one it was. But there's so many Iron Men, which is lacquer if you collect Iron Man, you know, but not if you collect Batman. Right, okay. I just thought I'd throw this in quickly. Can you see it's all, they look like almost springs inside the where the forearm meets the bicep. As I say, really dope to pose. These bicep covers can also move if they're getting in the way. You can lift them up and adjust them to the side or to the front. Tony Stark. Look at that, eh? Look at that. He's almost as good looking as me, except he's got hair and teeth and his own legs, his own spine. I think I've got more titanium in me than Iron Man has. Okay, I'm driveling now. I'm driveling. I just did this to show yous all the extended parts, all the flaps. He's also got two air flaps at the back that can lift up. And you know, I've had this about 2 days now, 3 days, I still haven't lifted them up. So I'll have to do that in one of the poses. Okay, one more down. There's the upper torso pulled away from the lower torso. There's the arms extended from the shoulders. The legs extended from the waist with the two hip covers lifted up. And his feet are extended. Yeah, if I had to put him next to Endgame Cap, like this, he would stand head and shoulder, a full head above Cap. That's how much height these extended joints give you. And it's all just for the versatility of posing, which I think is super dope of Hot Toys to have done that. Okay, so I'll leave you there with a piercing gaze from Iron Man. He's coming for you. And I'll be back. All right, that's me back again. Quicker than Huckleberry Finn. Okay, so I've got the splurger on his back. Let me try and get some light on the equation. There we go. No, he's not in shadow. Hey, he looks rather magnificent, doesn't he? Again, I've got the body extended so I could turn the pose. Let me now put the light down. Soon we'll have proper lighting, soon. He's got both right-angled hands on. So those are the hands that you would use in this pose specifically. You don't have to, but they do come across as, you know, the repulsor arms hands that he would use in the movie and the position of. Look at the detail. Really, really nice, eh? I love this figure, as you can tell. Now, you see those gold bicep plates? They also shift and move position. Just now, I thought I'd actually broken him. Oh, no, I've just got him. But no, they're both the same. You can move them for the position. Look at that, man. How spectacular doesn't that look? And can you imagine in lights, under lights, in your display cabinet, with a mirror behind him? He would look fantastic. And I doubt you'll ever get Iron Man to be in front of Gotham City. He's from a totally different place. Plus, Batman will take him. Batman will take him, no sweat. And you can see where I've lifted the torso to turn. Now this one here, this little flap, that one, you must be careful. It's got a sharp little point on it. Can you see it there? Tucking into the actual groin area. That it's so easy to flip that behind. There's a hole behind there where the leg, the peg fits. And wow, it's a mission to get it out, eh? So just be careful of that when you're posing this bad boy up. The only thing extended is the torso. I've left the legs in normal position, just turned them. And it's still a good idea to lift these flaps on the side there, even if you're just turning the legs for this type of pose, because it's so easy to catch them, eh? Hand in your face. Look at that. Oh, man. And then he starts that excited and he starts singing the Spider-Man song. Iron Man, Iron Man, not so friendly Iron Man. My dulcet tones ringing out across the world. By gum, isn't he a nice piece? Isn't he a nice piece? So, you see that forearm piece there? Can you see the end? It's clear white plastic or perspex, whatever it is. Now, when you change out this forearm piece here on this arm, you'll notice when you take the hand off, that clear plastic piece is black to direct the light straight through the repulsors, so it's got nowhere to go except through those holes there. So when you look at that one, it's clear so as to light up this Infinity Stone hand. I haven't taken a video of it like that. I'll try. I have taken a video with all these lights on. I can't remember. I can't remember if I had this on. I know I took photos of it, but that's just not the same, is it? The detail on the hands, man. Can you imagine them doing this in quarter scale? There's the back panel, that thing there. You take that off to light up the arc reactor, or to put this a repulsor explosion. I wouldn't like to get in the way of that thing. But Thanos ate it up, eh? He ate it up. Spectacular piece, really is. So I'm going to try and change out the pose now. Well, not try, I'm going to change out the pose. Let's try and leave you with a lit scene. So, yeah, hold your breath. And I'll bet you, by the time you're just about to pass out, I'll be back. Okay, boyses and girlses, that's me back. So I've put one of the right angled hands on his left arm. He's got the Infinity Stones on his right hand. I didn't change the forearm out. He's obviously still got the Tony Stark head in. Eee, what a beautiful figure. Okay, I've extended the waist and twisted him. The legs are back in place, but twisted to face the proper stance, because obviously that leg would be facing us. I've got him on his stand, just standing. Yeah, and it's so easy, eh? So easy to pose and just get your shit right with this figure. He's just really pinnacle of what Hot Toys can do. I mean, look at that head sculpt. That's just amazing, eh? And let me see if I can focus on the hands here. Can you see that? In the actual repulsor, you can see the detail. And when that's lit up, it looks amazing, eh? You can see all the workings going on inside. All right, let's get back to Iron Man. So yeah, as I say, simple pose. He's saying, you know, Thanos, come get them, but you're going to get a pulsar blast in the face, which Thanos rather likes, I think. I think he's a bit of a masochist. Now, the difference between this one and the concept art is all these trim lines. They're in silver, gold, and they're really nice, eh? They accentuate the figure so much. You'll see, because when I thought, no, man, I've got concept art, Cap. He looks exactly the same, but believe you me, there's huge differences. But I will say that concept art Mark 46 is just as posable as this boy. So, yeah, excuse the light again. We're using a strip light because it wasn't there. There you go. There's a decompose. Now I decompose lit. You can see the detail, and I mean, look at that face. That's amazing, man. Really is. Let's see if I can show you some more of the detail down here now that I've moved the light. Well, I'm actually holding the light in one hand and my camera in the left. It's a bit of a mission when you've been hit by a car. Oh, I crack myself up, eh? Okay. Enough of this pose. Let's get him in a flight pose and then a landing pose. So as I say, this is Ultimate Iron Man. He's got all the gizmos. Yeah, it's just nanotech suit. I mean, you can't get any better. That's nice, eh? Okay, I'm going to put the light down quickly again. I don't like that coming off there. Come on, light. Play ball. Play ball. Right. There we go. I'll just go up and down again quickly. We'll do a pose just now with the pulsar blast coming from the back. As I say, we're going to try and get all of the Iron Man in their own landing pose and put them all next to each other. But easily 10 out of 10 for this piece, eh? He's just really fantastic. Look at that. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to change up the pose. Don't worry, I'll be back. I'll be back. So as always, the Don says, obviously, I'll be back. Rightio, welcome back. As promised, here's the Mark 85 with all these lights. You can even see the light shining through the mouth guard there. You got the shoulder lights. And I think this is a very dope touch where they've actually put the repulsors lit up in the fists. Never used to come like that before. You've got the thigh lights that light up the hip area. You've got the abdomen lights. You've got the arc reactor. Couple of shoulder lights. And the mask lights. I mean, I wished it was easy to take the parts off that you need to turn the lights on. I mean, I'm going to have to go for another manicure. I've snapped half my bloody nails off, eh? So, they might have put some lights in the calves, maybe. You know, but other than that, I mean, you can't complain. He really looks the part. Look at that. He comes to life when the lights are on. And once you extend the torso for better movement, the lights actually shine through here where the flaps are lifted off from pulling the upper part of the torso up. And that looks really cool in a flight pose. But yeah, as promised, there we go. Him in all his glory. All these lights activated. I know there's some guys that can actually connect them all to a remote control, but I haven't got a clue how to do that. Because by the time you've taken, I've said it before, by the time you take all the parts off to turn the lights on, your guests have moved on to another figure. But nice, eh? Look at, oh man, I love this piece. As I think they've garnered all the experience from all the other Iron Men, and they've put it all into this one. He doesn't come with much, but yeah, the Tony Stark head sculpt is enough on its own, eh? There is his back pulses. You can't really see them in this, but you'll see that you've seen them already in the first video, first segment. This is just to show you the lights. Just the lights, since we're coming up to Christmas. Iron Man, look at that mouth, look at that. Can you see the light shining through there? How dope does that look? He looks evil, eh? Oh, no, that's really nice. And check how they've streamlined everything. You know, everything just flows with this piece. The shoulders, the arms. Yeah, I'm in love with Iron Man. Yes, I am. And I bet you never thought you'd see Iron Man standing with a backdrop of Gotham City behind him. Yeah, must be a quick visit. Marvel in the DC world. Okay, that's enough drivel. I'll just stop it there. I just want to see if the repulsors light up. So don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Peace out. All right, that's me back. I took quite a while there, I know, but what can you do? Perfection takes time. So over here, we have concept cap with concept art Iron Man, the Mark 46, that goes to war against Captain America in Civil War. So there's the two of them together. Here's the two Iron Man in their landing poses. On the right is concept art, as I've just said. Over here is the Endgame Mark 85. And wow, what a piece, eh? What a piece. At the back, you've got Endgame Captain America. He who is worthy shall carry the hammer. But, yeah, it makes for quite a dope pose, eh? Look at that. Especially with the four of them together. I tried to fit in the Mark III 1/6 scale and the quarter scale one. But the quarter scale one I'm having problems with, and it looks like it has to go back to the store. Yeah, that's enough said about that. Look at these two, man. Two Iron Man in a landing pose. Whoever thought that was possible? I love this figure, eh? And as you can see, the concept art, this is the concept art one. He has the shoulder cannons. This one, his shoulder cannons would be tucked underneath. Hot Toys didn't supply him with much. As I say, he gets the big repulsor thing at the back and the Tony Stark head sculpt, which is a work of art on its own. Both legs are extended to obtain this pose. Both arms are extended to obtain this pose. And the body, torso, upper torso is extended. Cap is just cap. I've just changed the faceplate out to give him more snarl, as you would say. The dusty shield. Yeah, that's a well-used shield, eh, Cap? But here's the man of the moment. The man of the moment. Mark 85. Hey, look at that, eh? That's a beautiful piece in anyone's estimation. I love him, I do. I love him. I don't know if I've mentioned it, but I got him from The Good, the Bad and the Robots, which is a UK-based online shop. And, yeah, it is worthy, as Bill and Ted would say. It is worthy. So, okay, well, I hope you've enjoyed the video. I've tried to get him as best I can. We're having a couple of, not your issue, but we're having problems with lighting, so we have to sort that out. Toot sweet. I've always wanted to use that word in a sentence, and I just have. Toot sweet. Hey, look at this, man. I mean, that's engineering marvel. You know what I mean? Oh, excuse the pun, engineering marvel. And I've did a video with all his lights on, so you can have a look at that. Yeah, as I say, I hope you've enjoyed the show. Hit subscribe, hit like, leave a comment if you want. Thanks to a certain lady down the road for commenting on our videos. Big shout out to her. Her name begins with a J. And then there's also Ravina, another beautiful lady up the road that has commented on the videos. Big shout out. And of course to my cousin Sam. Yeah, didn't say her name. The two S's. Thanks to her and my aunts. Yeah, so please hit like, hit subscribe. There's plenty more coming your way. We've still got tons to do, and there's tons already done. I think, just before I go, this concept art Iron Man is, I think, the better landing pose. The head comes up so that it's looking at you. Where the Mark 85, I don't know if it's just getting used to the posing of him. Maybe I haven't pushed the neck post back enough. But yeah, that's where his head goes. But it's still a dope landing pose, don't get me wrong. This is where all the extended parts come in handy. Otherwise, you'd be damaging parts on him left, right, and center. I think I told you already, I extended both legs, extended the upper torso, and yeah, there's a landing pose for you, eh? Concept art landing pose. Concept art Iron Man, giving us a bit of a snarl. Go over to Endgame cap. He was worthy. And yeah, they're about ready to rumble. Waiting for Thanos' minions to come through the barrier in Wakanda. And they're going to kick some serious butt, eh? But to be fair, Thanos hands them a fair beating himself, eh? It wasn't a stroll in the park for the Avengers this time around. Okay. So please, all of you, you and your families, stay healthy, stay happy. More importantly in these times, stay safe. Hit subscribe, hit like. See which landing pose you like best, which cap you like best. Yeah, come chat to us. So with that said, I'll leave you. I was going to leave yous with the foursome, but that's a bit blind because it is this one's rodeo. So we shall leave you with the Mark 85 landing pose. And boy, oh boy, what a pose. And let's end. Let's add cap in there. So 2 of my new figures. And Don will say, hit subscribe, hit like, leave a comment. Peace out.